Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing a video review on a pencil that I've had for about 5 months, going on 5 months I guess, on the 19th. And this pencil, y'all may have heard of it. If you're seeing this video, you've definitely heard of it. It's called the uni Kuru-Toga. And it's been around in Japan for quite a long time, but I think it just came to the States this year, this calendar year. So I was naturally excited when I saw it at a store for $4. I was like, okay, this is great. I'm gonna get it. It was during the back-to-school season, so it was on sale, and it came with a 10-pack of uni nano dia lead, which the dia is for diamond and the nano is for nano, I guess, because they apparently grind carbon very finely and inject it into the lead somehow to make it harder and last longer while still maintaining its smoothness. And quite honestly, I've run out that lead, but it's a very good lead and it doesn't smear as easily as, you know, your standard lead like Pentel super high polymer, which I have in there right now. It's a 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil, and its trademark feature is that the lead rotates as you write with it. But first, let's examine the outside. I'll just go through an overview, my personal experience, and then we'll talk about how the pencil actually is in daily use. Alright, so let's go over the exterior, because that's what you see when you see it in the store first. Let's start with the back. It's got a proud branding, uni Kuru-Toga 0.5, and if you look very closely, on this side, on that little pocket area, you see that reflection area, that little embossed writing? Yeah, that says China. It's made in China, which I thought initially would lead to lesser quality based on my previous experience in mechanical pencils, but this pencil has lasted for a long time, so I'm assuming Uni has carried over its strict quality control overseas, I guess. Not really, just to China. Okay, one thing right off the bat that I just found a little inconvenient is this. It should be a crime to have erasers this small on pencils. Honestly, what's the point? You don't really need an eraser if it's going to be that small anyway. As you can see, I've already used it, but that was just maybe for erasing 1 or 2 digits in math, and it creates, you know, even less of an eraser. And honestly, with that cap, if there were no holes in this cap, there would be really no point for this eraser. The one gripe I have about this pencil. Here we've got proud branding over here again. It says Kuru-Toga engine. As you can see, this pencil is fairly used. If you can see all those dents and marks, scratches off the reflection. I've used this pencil daily since I got to college in August, and it's held up very well with calc notes, physics notes, and chem notes. Alright, so here we see, let's see if I can get this into the light a little bit better. This orange section right here, that's the lead engine, the Kuru-Toga engine, as they call it, that automatically rotates the lead. Here we've got the grip section. As you can see, it's a sort of ribbed grip section. It works, although sometimes I find myself gripping it way too tightly, somewhat like this, instead of a normal grip such as this one, because my hand gets tired and my fingers are slipping or my hands are sweaty or whatever from writing an essay. Whatever the case may be, they could have done a little bit better job with this grip. They could have put a grip there. Although the Kuru-Toga high grade, which is made of metal and made in Japan, which costs $18 rather than just $4, does have a knurled grip. So, I mean, I guess I don't have much to complain about. Over here we got a little rubber ring. When I got the pencil, when I opened it originally, this rubber ring was pretty useful. Now my fingers just kind of slip over it onto the tip. And here, if you can, okay, there we go. If we could see the focus here, as I turn the pencil, the lead is at a uniform point, and that here we get to the prime feature of this pencil, and what makes it unique out of all the mechanical pencils I own, is that it rotates the lead automatically as you write, so you do not need to rotate your hand as you go from letter to letter, from word to word, to keep an even lead. To illustrate this perfectly, let's just write a normal sentence, okay? Or let me just draw a series of dashed lines from here all the way till the end of the paper, okay? And one more just for good measure. And a third one. Notice that I'm not rotating my hand at all. I'm not rotating the pencil at all. And as we can see, there's more or less uniform thickness of line throughout all of these dashes, right? The catch here is that every time I lift the pencil, it rotates the lead. So for cursive, it doesn't work as well, but it still works. If I can get this to focus properly, I could show you exactly how I see this lead thing turning. Well, in person, there's a little orange logo, a little white logo against the orange background, which turns as a sort of mark. There's gears and teeth in there, and it rotates the lead every time I tap this pencil against the paper. And you can feel a little bit of give. And if you can tell, if you could see that at all, notice a little infinitesimal move of the pencil tip. Let's see. There, you see that? That's all the give you have. And honestly, when you're writing at an angle, you barely feel it. Now, to compare this pencil against the standard, well, I guess it's a standard. It's the first one I had. It's a cross 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil. Let's focus. There we go. Okay, so let's advance this. It twists and it's kind of annoying to do with one hand. So anyway, here we got the lead. Right off the bat, you could see that this lead has been used already, and see how that's pointed like that? It's flattened on one end. Let's do some lines. Okay, I'm going to start out here, and I'll do 3 lines just like I did with the other pencil. And let me just draw this line right here alongside the original mark. This is the last mark right over here. And as you can see, there's a significant difference in line thickness from this first one all the way to the last row, where it just broadened out like crazy. And here you see, right here is the first mark, and here's the last mark. With the Kuru-Toga, here is the first mark, and this is the last mark, right over here. There's no difference at all between these two marks. Over here, we've got significant difference. This one's about 25 to 30% thicker than this one. And over the course of an entire lecture, that makes a big difference. Trust me, it makes a big difference. So overall, I find this pencil well worth the money and not overhyped one bit. It is a very useful piece of pencil engineering, which I find ingenious, and the fact that uni are still developing pencils, even though they could be considered a cash crop and just milked for all they got without any new developments, it's satisfying to see that the pencil industry is still very much alive and innovating. So, in conclusion, I give this pencil a 4.5 out of 5. The 0.25 subtracted, minor complaint with the eraser and minor complaint with the grip section. Other than that, it's lasted pretty long. It's a good, durable pencil. 4.5 out of 5. And definitely worth the money. 100% recommended. If there's one pencil that I would not be able to properly function without now, it's this one. Just go out and get it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Till then.